Welcome back to Island Gentry, guys. Excuse my voice, I've been a little bit sick. I've had the cold for the last few days. But I wanted to talk to you guys about something that I consider very important in my life, and something I think more people should place a higher value in their lives. Now, we all can see, people around us taking care of their physical health and, exercising and eating a good nutritional diet. But what I think often gets overlooked is people's mental health. It's definitely important to, just as much as your physical health, to pay attention to your mental health, because that can have an impact on your physical health. The topic I wanted to talk to you guys about today is how to deal with anger and resentment that you may have, whether that be towards a friend or a family member or a coworker, anybody, somebody who you feel has wronged you in the past, and you're still holding on to that anger and resentment, and that's causing a lot of pain for you. But it doesn't have to anymore. So the first tip is to be honest with yourself. You have to look inside yourself and ask, why are you angry at this person or in general? Why are you holding on to this resentment? And you have to be able to look within and be honest and forthright with yourself and your feelings. And then you'll get to the issues. And don't be afraid to feel some of the feelings that arise. A lot of the times, if you're harboring anger, this comes from somewhere. Most likely a past experience that has had a traumatic effect on your life, and it's not just something that just came out of nowhere. So focus on why you feel angry. If you need to go talk to someone professional that you feel may help, then by all means. I've been to therapy in my lifetime, and I can say it's had an immense impact on me, and there should be no shame around getting help. I feel like there's strength in that. Once you've uncovered the reason you're angry, then you know your trigger points. If you slow down for a minute, you may realize that that trigger point caused from the experience in the past is impacting your reaction now. So it's big time to find out why you are angry and your trigger points. The second tip I want to give you is following on from my first point. When you become aware of why you're angry and what your trigger points are, the challenge then is to focus on your thoughts during your day. So try to notice what makes you angry. Pause when you feel angry. Pause and notice the thought. Even if you have to, keep a journal or something of your thoughts at certain periods throughout the day, when you feel like you're becoming angry and you've been triggered, write down your thought. Eventually, you'll start to notice trends with your thoughts. The third thing you should try is to analyze that thought. It doesn't have to be every single angry thought that you have, but take a couple of them, go away after the situation has occurred, and analyze your thought. Sit down and think about it. Think about what happened, why you got angry in that moment, how you reacted, and whether the thought that you had in the moment was a reflection of the reality or a manifestation because of something that happened to you in the past that you were relating to this situation at hand. Because although the situations may be entirely different, your thought may go back to and correlate with your previous experiences and say, hey, this is the same thing, so I'm going to react in the same way. And here's the tough part. Here's where the work comes in. Tip 4, you have to practice having compassion for other people. This is huge. I cannot over-exaggerate the importance of compassion, particularly when it comes to resentment. Anger as well, but resentment because, that lingers longer normally. The anger comes quick, you can stay angry for a little while, but then eventually if you hold on to anger, it starts to turn into resentment. Now here's the trick. Compassion for other people is not to let them off the hook. It's to let you off the hook. And the reason I say that is because harboring anger and resentment can harm you in the long run. It can harm your mental health. And it just does not give you a good feeling. And people notice it. And they react to it. And as a result, they're not going to want to be around you if they know that you resent them. You're not going to want to be around them if you know you resent them. So you're losing out on relationships. People are going to disappoint you. People are going to hurt you. But it's up to you what you want to do with that hurt. No one is perfect. And you can't expect them to be. But what you can do is deal with your resentment towards that person so that you can have a positive relationship with them. Forgiveness is divine. I don't know if any of you guys have ever watched the Ninja Turtles movie, the original one. I know this is crazy and childish, but there was some very wise quotes in that movie, and one of the quotes I remember is Master Splinter talking to Raphael. And he said, "Anger clouds the mind. Turn inwards. It is an unconquerable enemy." And that is so true. The world out there is not the enemy when you're feeling angry. Your anger is the enemy. Face it head on. Feel it. And conquer it. Because that's going to give you an incredible feeling of power over the mind. When you fill your heart with compassion, the anger will subside. The resentment will start to go away. So I guess my final tip would be to try to let go of some of the expectations that you have for people in your life and expect them to be human. I'm not saying to remove all expectations and get rid of your values and your morals. Maybe try tweaking expectations to allow people to come into your life and allow them to get to know you and let go of that anger that may prevent you from developing deep relationships with people. So if you feel like you have some anger and resentment and that's causing you some pain in your life and it's causing you to miss out on certain relationships, then I recommend that you try some of these tips and let me know how it works out. If something works out for you or it doesn't, shoot me an email or shoot me a comment. Or if you want any other advice on anger or resentment or some of my experiences, just shoot me an email. I'll be happy to engage with you guys. Please take care of your mental health. It's just as important as your physical health. And don't forget to subscribe as always. And thanks for watching. And I'll see you guys next time on Island Gentry.